Good morning. I'm Derek Bell. I have the privilege actually of being at last year's event as also at this year's event, but I'm also the president of this college. So I'm delighted that we've got such a mixed audience. It's great for the colleges to be able to participate in a kind of things which are out with medicine and indeed cross-sectoral and cross-professional. So from that perspective, I'm delighted to be here. Most of you will know Kathy, whose picture will go up, I think, fairly soon as well, and get rid of mine, which is a much better thing to do. I'm just going to say a few opening remarks. A little bit about the college. The college was established in 1681, so we're a relatively old organisation. But of course, the organisation of college was set up around education and standards, and a lot of the early work of the college was around public health aspects, particularly things like sanitation within Edinburgh, which was a major source of disease, and also mental health issues, because mental health really was dealt with extremely poorly at that particular time, and you may argue there are still issues there internationally and nationally. But the college has been around for a long time, and the main background for all the colleges around standards, education and training, and increasingly that needs to move into a multi-professional and multi-organisational background. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time about knowledge and research, but if you go back in time to Hippocrates and before, it tended to be one person by and large having quite good ideas, and then those ideas being translated or dispersed. Where we exist now is that the vast amount of published knowledge, which is the research evidence side of things going up, is now into hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of publications across the various sectors per annum. The knowledge and access to it is great, but of course that doesn't make it easier for people to actually translate knowledge into action on the ground. And importantly, we've moved away from single individuals being individual leaders to actually teams, team members, multi-professional, both in terms of generating evidence and also our ability to deliver that. The college has probably one of the best historic medical libraries, or best medical libraries, never mind the historic, in print in the world. So while you're here, the librarians put on a little exhibition about a couple of books, and there are other books that you might wish to see, etc., that while you're here, this is only around lunchtime, it's not to interfere with it. But this is one of the books that we have, which is Vesalius, which is his background to the production of anatomy from a learning point of view. But for him to deliver this, and you'll see the quality of the work, this involved up-to-date printing techniques, multiple artists being able to translate his dissections into pictures, and then these being printed in mirror image wooden blocks. That's how this was done. It was like 3D at the time. So you'll be able to see sort of books like this, if you wish, and also James Lind, who's one of the fathers of medical evidence, his treatise and how he went around trying to garner evidence to actually move things forward. I should say in terms of the Vesalius, all those documents are now collated online, digitized, they're fully available to the public through an Edinburgh University website in conjunction. So we are actually trying to digitize as much of the information as we have to make it publicly available, so it's not confined to the printing environment that we're here. But if anybody wants to do anything around that, then we are, and we're also the father of the James Lind Library, which will be relaunched through Oxford University later this year, where again, a vast amount of medical and non-medical knowledge will be categorized and available to the public. So I'm going to stop at this point just to say welcome to the event again. I'm delighted that we've got so many people here. Please make use of the college, but more importantly, please make use of the relationships that hopefully you'll form over the next day or two. So thanks very much for that, and I'm going to hand over to Kathy. Kathy, thank you very much.